That's Spawn Breezy. The song is Don't Let Go. Q103, the rhythm of the islands. In the studio with me is acclaimed film director and all-around nice guy, Brian. How's it going?
Oh, good, brother. Thanks for having me.
Now, how do you... every time it comes time for your last name, I completely blank on it.
It's Cone.
Cone.
Yeah.
But it's spelled with a K.
Correct. Yeah, Cone.
Okay.
Like ice cream cone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like Leonard Cohen? No, that's
Nope.
Cohen.
Yeah, that's a Jewish form of the name. Yeah. Cone. K-O-H-N-E.
That's Irish?
Nah, I'm not really too sure. I think it's Swiss, German. It's probably got its roots in Germany. Yeah. It's my theory. I don't know.
Well, it's good to have a theory.
Yeah.
It's also good to have a movie, and you have one of those. Now, we got to talk a little bit because, behind the scenes here, we've been in a couple of planning meetings and stuff, and one of the things I thought was interesting is you said, I've went through the movie obsessively.
Yeah.
And I have made more and more cuts and re-edits and things like that. The movie that we're going to watch is I guess you could say, the final packaging of the movie.
Correct. It's, what we've done is we've completed the film, and the film's going to DVD manufacturing and is going out to be prepped to go to Amazon and iTunes and Netflix. Mm-hmm. So there's no turning back for me. I've been able to show the movie at film festivals and here in Hawaii for the last year and a half. And it's been a great exercise. I've gotten to see what works, what doesn't work, and so as an editor, I got to take a last pass at it and twist and tweak and tighten, and so I have a final version that's 91 minutes, and it's the movie that I made, and it's the movie that I'd like to say I'm proud of.
I'd like to say you're pretty proud of it too. It's a funny movie. There's some. This is the thing. You don't see a lot of local made projects that come out this concise, this clean, this genuinely funny scripting. How did you do this in Hawaii?
Well, it took time, and I've been after this for a long time. I'm a Maui boy, and I went away to college and studied film and television and worked on the mainland for a very long time and moved home about 7 years ago, so I've been after this sort of thing. The film itself, this Get a Job, took 1 year to write. And then it helps that I was surrounded by so much other talent, Willie Kay and Eric Gilliam and others who could bring the story to life and help it to bounce off the page.
I just got to say, man, I'm glad I'm not your casting director.
Yeah.
Because I would have never pictured Eric. I would have never pictured Eric in the role that you put him in on, but I got to be honest. When I was watching the movie, he was the absolute deadpan person that I would have as that character.
Yeah.
Now, how did you make that decision? Because, like I said, Eric's whole street persona is Mr. Serious, Mr. I am an entertainer.
Right.
This is an art to me.
Yeah. Well, Eric also is a brilliant actor. I've known Eric since high school, since Baldwin High School. Mm-hmm. We went to school together a long time ago, and so I know.
So the haircut is kind of an alumni thing, huh?
Yeah, exactly, okay. Exactly. Right. Yeah, it's all part of the school spirit. We shave our head for Baldwin.
Bald for Baldwin. There you go.
Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it?
It does, actually.
Yeah, but Eric's a gifted actor, and so I've known him through all these years as a performer, and I also know him as a goofball, and we have a similar sense of humor. So actually the last 5, 6, 7 years we've been working with the Barefoot Natives, and the character that Eric plays in the movie is an extension of a lot of the work and the workshops that we've been doing to try to find that type of character, that lovable local boy who doesn't work.
And really, he's kind of like a step up from Forrest Gump. He's not that bright, but God, he is so lovable.
Yeah, he's that. I know a lot of people here in the islands that are just like that. They're just wonderful people. They're part of our ecology. They may not have a traditional job, but they function here in society. And Eric's character Merton, his thing is he collects fruit, and so he goes around distributing fruit and vegetables and fish and it's how he contributes to society.
Which traditionally we were, this island, I say, when I say we're a barter society.
Yeah, truly, and we're getting away from that, and so part of this story is Merton's character is a guy who's probably existed in Hawaii forever, and now in a contemporary Hawaii is maybe a little out of place in his own world. So that's one of the fascinating parts of the story. And then Willie Kay, of course, plays a reversal as well.
Yeah,
we put him in a suit and a top.
in a suit and tie.
Yeah.
And Willie K in white out makeup for the Fabulous Howleys, by the way.
Yeah, that's a fun one. I've always been using the word fabulous as a replacement for one of our favorite words here in Hawaii. So when we say Fabulous Howleys, you know, you can do the math on your own. Yeah.
That was one of the biggest trips, though, is watching the picture of him on the album cover in his office.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And listeners, you know, if you haven't seen Get a Job, it's not a documentary. It's not a concert video. It's not Augie T doing stand-up. It's a full-blown major motion picture comedy. Mm-hmm. And it's hard for us in Hawaii to get that because we just aren't accustomed to having them. You know, here in Hawaii, we haven't been making feature films. We've been doing documentaries. We've been doing great concert and stand-up comedy, videos. Mm-hmm. But this is a major motion picture with us, by us. So I really encourage you to come and check it out. You know, if you probably heard somewhere along the lines that it's cool, but if you haven't seen it, you owe it to yourself. And we're in the EAO Theater starting Labor Day weekend for 2 solid weekends, 17 screenings. You have all kinds of times to catch this movie, Get a Job, that stars Willie K., Augie T., Eric Gilliam, Jake Shimabukuro, Henry Kapono, Mick Fleetwood, Amy Hanaiali'i, Charles Kaupu, Ernie Cruz Jr., Ke Aloha. The list goes on and on and on. And you're going to see, if you're from Maui, you're going to not just see the places. We shot this movie in central Maui, in Wailuku and Kahului, places that you don't see in movies, but you're going to see a lot of people you know. Mm-hmm. You will be surprised how many people you are going to recognize in this film. So
some of them are radio DJs.
Some of them are. so come on out and check it out. Don't be the last one to see this movie.
Please don't.
And don't wait for it to come on DVD to see it. You're going to enjoy it on DVD, but you're going to enjoy it more in public with a big crowd of people roaring. One of the fun things to see at this movie for me, and I've seen it 1,000 times, so I'm tired of it, but I love watching the movie with a lot of people because somebody always loses their mind.
Yeah.
There's somebody who's laughing so hard they can't breathe, or they blow popcorn out their nose, you know. So come to the EAO Theater and see somebody blow popcorn out. Actually, come to the EAO Theater and blow popcorn out of your nose.
Exactly. And we're going to give them tickets to do that. And this is something real cool because I wanted to put this out there. I'm inviting you back to let all the aspiring writers or directors pitch their movie to you.
Sounds great. I'd love to hear what ideas you have out there.
Okay. So we'll come back, let's say, next Tuesday.
Tuesday sounds good, and no idea is too wild or too funny or too crazy. Bring them.
Okay, and I'm going to pitch one of my movies to you too.
I'd love to hear it.
All right.
And if you'll indulge me, I'll give you a quick synopsis of the movie that I'm working on.
Oh, okay. Well, Get a Job is coming, and it's actually going everywhere after it comes here. One last time, the historic EAO Theater. We'll take a quick break and come back with more in just a little bit. It's the Rhythm of the Islands, Q103.
Want to see more Q103? Check out our Q-blog on our website for extended artist interviews, behind-the-scenes videos, and more. Log on to Q103Maui.com today. The Rhythm of the Islands. Q103.